If you're an occupational therapist and you have a clinic and you want to sell your services from a cash perspective and be a premium cash paying type of OT clinic, there's really two things that you can do to sell more confidently your premium therapy services. I'm going to share with you what they are so you can do that for your own business. My name is Huang. I'm an occupational therapist and certified hand therapist, and I am currently in my own therapy clinic right now that I started over 10 years ago. And then over 5 years ago, I started Hand Therapy Secrets, the channel what you're watching right now. And my goal here is to help give OTs more opportunities to develop their clinical skills and their business skills so you can have more choices in your career. So let's break down what I'm doing in my therapy clinic so it can help you in your therapy clinic. These are two things that I often talk to my own manager and staff about. So I just wanted to share with you what they are so you can share and do what you need to do to get those kind of clients to your business. You know that insurance business is just getting harder and harder. I don't know about you, but in my town, you can't even get into these contracts, right? And then once you do get into them, they're so low paying. It's like, how do you even stay into business? How do you stay? Like, how do you keep your doors open and be able to serve the people in the way that you want to? It's so hard. You have to have, such a high volume amount of people at one time. I mean, most of these clinics that are around me, their therapists are seeing 3 to 4 patients at any given time. Now, sometimes in hospital settings, you're able to see them one-on-one just because they are so restricted in certain ways. But those clinics are, they're so backed up. They are, they kind of churn people in and out. So even though patients can use them through their insurance, they're probably not getting the level of service, the level of care, the level of results that they want. So they're going to come to you in terms of a cash-based therapy clinic. So you want to talk to them in a way that's going to help them, not convince them. I'm really not into convincing people, but in a way that confidently sells who you are, what you do, and at a premium price, right? So there's two things so you don't sound salesy and you don't sound pushy. And it's one, to listen, and two is to talk about them and talk about what they need, not about what you need. So these are two things that I'm going to share with you here in this video. So if you're a premium cash therapy business or you want to be, let me know in the comments below what you struggle with, because this can also help me make more videos just like this for you. I'm currently talking and training my own team, and these are things that we need to be reminded over and over. And my manager was like, "Oh my God, thanks for sharing," because she had sent this message and I caught it. I looked at it, I read it, and I was like, okay, so this is how we need to change what you're saying. You're saying all the same things, right? You can be the best, right? I consider myself the best hand therapist here in Miami, Florida, right? You can be the best, you can do the best, but no one is going to know unless they try you and then they say, oh my God, you're the best as compared to so-and-so, right? To other people, to my other experiences. The best, being the best, is an after thing, not a before thing, right? The before thing is on your reputation, on your the kind of information that you put out, on your reviews and things like that. But in order for you to actually be the best, your patients have to experience you, right? So it's hard to be like, we're the best and we do this and we do that, but then you're only talking about yourself. So I was able to catch all of this in the message that my manager had done, and I was like, one of the things that you have to think about is like, yeah, we can say all these things, but you want to say it in terms of what they're needing, what they're looking for, so that you can, first of all, truly listen to what they want. I'm not here to convince people to not use their insurance, right? We all, knock on wood, potentially have insurance just in case of emergency. Right, we have insurance just in case of emergency, just in case, knock on wood, cancer or something like that, surgeries, heart problems. Like, I'm naming these things because this is currently happening in my family. And so insurance helps with that, helps mitigate the cost of that. But when it comes to therapy, you have to understand from a therapy perspective, You think therapy is important. I think therapy is important. But most people don't think therapy is that important, right? Because we help people live. We don't help people stay alive, right? So insurance helps people stay alive. You go to a doctor if your heart's not working. You break your bones and your artery's been cut. They're going to keep your leg on your body, right? They're going to keep your hand attached to your arm. These are all things to help you stay alive, but they don't help you to live a more fulfilling, a more pain-free, a more productive life. Therapy helps you with that, because when they reattach your arm or they keep your arm from falling off, you can't use it or move it. So you're going to need therapy, right? But most people aren't necessarily thinking about that. So what they're thinking about is they're thinking about themselves. They're thinking about how worried they are. They're thinking about like, what is going to happen to my life now? I currently have somebody has a really bad wrist injury, perilunate dislocation, very severe, fingers are stuck, dominant hand, and he is worried that he won't be able to use his hand. He has no insurance. People are willing to pay if you listen to what they need and actually deliver on it, and then talk about them. So, we are talking about, yes, you need therapy. You can get therapy anywhere per se, but here's what we're going to do to help you based off of what they said was most important to them, right? In all of the listening, we also have to share our perspective to a certain extent. Like, listen, I know you can go anywhere. I know, this is hard, but this is what's really necessary if you want to be able to go back to work, if you want to be able to use your hand. We're also looking to help you avoid future and other surgeries if we don't do X, Y, and Z. Nobody is doing that for him. I can promise you right now that I don't care what town you're living in, none of the people who call here when they call other places are currently doing that in their business. We're giving first and foremost, and then from that, because they feel like we are listening and we do care about them, and second, like at the end, is that we can get results for them, they're going to then buy our services, right? However much they need is up to them. But I'm not pushy. I'm not like, we're the only ones. We're really not, but we're the only ones who are going to care about you as much, work with you to get results, do everything possible to help you to achieve your goals in the way that makes sense for you, right? So I'm going to give my recommendations, but what do I need to do to support you on your journey? I'm going to do it. It's all included in my costs, right? I'm not nickel and diming them. I'm not saying, like if they need a splint, I'll provide it. Obviously I have, my business is set up a certain way, so I don't have to nickel and dime people. But that's how I confidently sell our premium therapy services without being pushy or without being really salesy. I really just spend time, right? So time is money, and I give them my time first. I listen to what they need. I figure out what their biggest concerns are. Some people don't say it. You as the person, the therapist or your staff, they have to kind of read between the lines. And that's how you listen very effectively, so that you can talk about them and what they need, and then just make sure that that's something that you can provide. I don't take on patients I can't help, right? So what do I mean by that? When I don't take patients that I cannot help. One is the mindset that they can be helped or not. So if they don't think that I can help them, and they're not willing to make the investment, I can't help them. If they're not willing to come in, I can't help them, right? So this is what I mean. Like, I don't try to convince anybody. And I think that's the hard part, is because we're always wanting, like our brain, I think, just does this naturally, but it always thinks about the people we can't have, and then we want to go and get them, but they don't want you. Like, why would you want to be with people who don't want to be with you, right? This is a concept I teach my daughter. Don't hang out with people who don't want to hang out with you. Don't be friends with people who they're not really your friends, right? So it's the same concept in business. Like, help the people who want your help. Don't chase after people who don't want your help. People who, they're like, but why aren't you down the street from me? I cannot be in the distance of everybody's home. You have to be willing to make the commitment to drive to my one location clinic, because this is where I'm located, right? Now, we can do telehealth if you want. Oh, no, I don't want to do telehealth. I want someone to touch me and see me and feel me or whatever. Okay, then you need to drive to my clinic. I can't be down the street from you. So I'm not working with people who want only the convenience of being around the corner from their house. I'm not convincing you to come. I want the cheapest service. Well, when you're looking for the cheapest services, you can't expect the best, right? But the best services they're not going to be the cheapest. So I want to work with people who, at the end of the day, they're committed, they're looking for a particular result that I can provide them, and they're willing to do the work. And that's what I mean by, like, I want to work with those people. I want to work with those people on both sides of my business, on the clinic side and on the program side. Like, people don't come into my programs and be like, oh, let me just, since I bought the program, I'm going to sit back and do nothing. They're not going to get the results. Right? That's the same thing in therapy. I want people, in order to get results for people, they have to do the work. I'm working with someone who's a professional athlete right now. And let me tell you, when you work with people who are committed to getting a particular outcome, it makes your job so much easier. It makes my job so much easier. When I work with people and they come in for their appointments on time, what? Hallelujah. Right? It makes our jobs easier. So, it's really patient dependent. Some patients move a little bit faster. Some patients move a little bit slower. Most people move right kind of in the middle. They want someone who can progress them, and then they're going to do some stuff. And then when they go home, they're going to do some stuff. And then when they come back, you're going to do more with them. That's how you progress. A small percentage of people, they come in and they want everything done for them. Great. I have a few of those patients. Every single time they come in, we do the same thing. We do similar things. Whatever it is that they need, we'll provide, because they value just having all the work done for them. Then again, on a smaller portion of people come in for 1 to 2 sessions. They're like, Huang, I just want to know exactly what you found out, what you can do, and I give them whatever they need in that moment in time. And then I'm like, here you go. And if you need more from me, you come back. But no, they're going to do whatever they can do the rest on their own, or maybe they'll seek out cheaper services using the information I provide. I don't care. Do what you need to do, right? Do what you need to do for yourself. But, I often say everything kind of falls on that bell curve. Some people just need 1 or 2 visits. Some people want to come in and do everything with you. And then some people, for the most part, want a little bit of, touch and go. And then those are the pocket people who, when they get better, they'll come back for other services or other needs, because I don't know about you, but I'm almost 50, and, there's a certain amount of upkeep that we have to do for our bodies, right? So, patients, if they get the results with you, they like the experience that you provide, then they're going to be more likely to come back, to refer other people, and that's how you can continue in your business. But you can't continue in your business unless you know how to sell confidently at your prices, right? So start with those 2 things. And if you need my help, you can check out the links below. But if you like videos like this and you think it can help you in your business, start your business, grow your business, get on my email list, right? Links below, or just click subscribe. And if you have more questions from this particular topic, feel free to leave me a comment below, because that's how I make more videos just like this, to help you start your business, grow your business, have more choices in your career. All right. Thanks for watching.